What's going on, guys? It's Asthmatic here, and I wanted to drop in today to give you guys a sort of a preview slash description of this event that Microsoft just announced today. And it's that on February 25th, they're going to be doing sort of like a super glorified press conference. Think of like the E3 keynote that, or the press conference that, that Xbox does every year. That sort of event. But it's just Microsoft that's putting this on, and they're going to be showcasing Windows 10 stuff and Xbox stuff. Now, right now, that's all we know. It's going to be in San Francisco. It's going to be on February 25th. Phil Spencer is going to be there. It's obviously a Microsoft event where they'll be talking about Windows 10 and Xbox. So, have events like this happened in the past? Yes. This is the kind of event where they announced the Xbox One. It was at a time when we were sort of expecting there was going to be a new console announcement. It was pre E3, and they wanted to get ahead of the curve and just say, hey, here's our new console. And then what that enabled them to do is announce that, on their own and really stand alone in that announcement. And then when E3 came a couple months later, they were able to bring, their big thing at E3 wasn't there's a new console. It was, details about the console and games about the console. And I feel it really allowed them to run through a much better, I guess, announcement cycle, I would call it, because that was still, a while before the console actually came out. So they had that time to sort of announce, hey, the console exists, and then we got more details at E3, along with some gameplay stuff. So don't think that this means that there's already a new Xbox coming out or anything like that. I mean, could there be a Slim that they announce? Possibly. That's definitely within the realm of possibility. My expectations for this event are new games, or like more details on games we know about. Like we could be seeing some more Recore stuff, some more Sea of Thieves stuff, things like that. Could be even brand new games, because if you guys recall, if you follow Tim Dog over on Twitter, which if you don't, you should, he tweeted at Phil Spencer before the beginning of the year and pretty much asked, hey Phil, are there new games for 2016 that we don't know about yet? And Phil's simple answer was just yes, meaning that there are games coming out this year that we, the regular gaming public, don't know about yet. So this could be an event where we could see some world premieres for Xbox. So it's going to be exciting no matter what. We could have things like future updates, if they've got any major changes coming to the Xbox console, whether it be to the dashboard or, any changes in future, maybe hardware changes in the future for your releases, but I don't know anything like that. That seems a little far-fetched even as I'm saying it. For me, the announcements that I'm really looking for is anything having to do with virtual or augmented reality, because we know Microsoft has the HoloLens in the works that I'm hoping there will be an Xbox, I don't want to call it an Xbox collaboration because they're the same company, but I'm hoping that there will be integration of the Microsoft HoloLens into the Xbox at some point. And then at the same time, we could be seeing some Oculus support, because that's something that's been talked about in the past. Rifts are going to be shipping with Xbox One controllers. And, as I mentioned in the Shop podcast last week, the Rift uses infrared for its positional tracking, and we already have infrared cameras on our TVs if you have a Kinect. So you really have, the controller and the infrared camera. All you're really missing is the Rift, which is a USB 3 device, and the Xbox, of course, obviously has USB 3 capability. So we'll see. 2016 is supposed to be the year of VR, and I really feel like we could be seeing, the beginning of that with Xbox here at this event, as well as maybe some new games or whatever. But, as I always say with E3, I always go into E3 and people ask me, hey, what are you most excited about? And my answer every year is, I don't know. And that doesn't mean that I haven't been paying attention to the news or anything. It means that every year at the end of E3, the coolest thing about E3 is the new stuff, is the stuff that we didn't know at the beginning of the week. So whatever awesome stuff is going to come out of this event on February 25th, we don't even know what it is yet. And that's what I'm most excited to hear about, and I think you guys should be too. So mark your calendars. Follow me on Twitter at Asthmatic117, because they haven't announced a time for this yet. So as soon as we know what time of day this is going to be going on here in San Francisco, or I should say here on the West Coast, I'll let you guys know on Twitter, and all that data will be out there. And yeah, I'm sure it'll be an awesome event. So we'll see you guys then. Enjoy.